What is going on, guys? My name is Repel and we're bringing you a X and Y RU Wi-Fi battle for you today. Today I'm gonna have another RU team. I like to mix and match several RU teams, so with the exception that Omastar is in fact an NU tier, but everything else in my team is RU, and Sander has a pretty awesome team too, so we're gonna just get right onto it. Not sure what he's gonna lead off with, honestly. So yeah, he's gonna lead off with his Hitmonchan. I'm gonna lead off with my Whimsicott. It's a pretty good counter. It's a pretty good lead for me. I do make a few mistakes in the first half, so I'm gonna go straight for the substitute in case he's gonna switch out, because I am a fairy type. But it turns out he's gonna use a substitute here. So here I really should have used Encore, so I'll just lock him into using substitute. I mean, it's kind of big pain in the ass that he is behind the substitute, but at the same time, honestly, I really should have just used Encore. But instead I went for the Moon Blast, and actually I do outspeed him, even though I have no speed investment, so the substitute will fade and he's gonna go straight for the Ice Punch. So yeah, he's gonna take down my substitute, obviously. So here, yet again, I really should have just went for the Moon Blast. I don't know why I didn't, because I did outspeed him, so. But I decided to switch out, so I'm gonna switch into my Ragnarok, my Doublade, which is a fine switch too. I mean, it didn't really matter since this Ice Punch will literally do nothing. And fortunately, I do not get the freeze, so that's pretty awesome. He can't do anything to me, so he does have to withdraw. And so I'm just gonna get a free Swords Dance up, but I knew that the Typhlosion was coming, so I wanted to just get as much damage as possible, and I almost did half, so that's pretty awesome. Gonna switch back out now because I don't want to get Eruptured or Fire Blasted, so I'm gonna go straight into my Emboar'd. Blue flipping Emboar'd. It's gonna go straight for the overheat, so it's not even up Eruption or Fire Blast, so it's gonna do quite a lot too. So I'm thinking maybe this guy is Specs. And now he obviously can't do shit to me, so he's probably locked into Overheat too. He's gonna go into Sharpedo. I'm just gonna go straight for a Wild Charge just to pretty much hit anything he wants to switch out. And a good thing he's switching into Sharpedo. Really questionable there too, because I could have just went for a Hammer Arm. I am Choice Scarf, so it's pretty fucking awesome. Sharpedo was sent out, so he did not get the speed boost just yet, so I am able to outspeed him with that Choice Scarf. So now he knows that I am Choice Scarf, he can comfortably bring out his Meganium, because he knows that I'm locked into Wild Charge, so I have to switch out. I don't want to, you know, stay in and just use Wild Charge, so I'm going to switch back into my Whimsicott in case it goes for a Leech Seed or whatnot. Instead, it's going to go for a Reflect, so it's a dual screener, so things are looking a little bit scary here. I can go for the Encore, so he'll be trapped into Reflect. So, and I think that's exactly what I do, but he predicted that really nicely and switches out, and he's gonna go back into Hitmonchan. Another, you know, yet again, I'm not really too afraid of this thing, but those Ice Punches can be a huge pain. Like I mentioned, I do outspeed him, and that Moonblast probably could have killed him, so I don't know why I'm using Substitute here again. I went for the substitute because I thought he was going to go for a substitute, so I thought it's finally a good opportunity for me to trap him to substitute, but it turns out he's just going to go straight for the Ice Punches, so yeah, could have went for the Moonblast instead, but oh well. Now he's going to keep staying in, you know. I really thought he's going to switch out or maybe go for a substitute. That's why I'm going to keep using substitute, but instead he's, you know, he's very adamant about just attacking me, so yeah, you know, I am just losing HP now from those substitutes, so I need to attack him, or yet again I can switch back into my Doublade. So I thought, well, in case my Moonblast doesn't kill, I can just switch into my Doublade. Doublade will eat up this Ice Punch so nicely. In fact, he does go for the Ice Punch, so yeah, it will do nothing, but as you'll see, it gets a critical and a freeze. I'm like, god fucking damn it. The luck is just ridiculous right here, so naturally he's gonna switch out, but I want to stay in to hopefully thaw out and maybe kill this Typhlosion, but as you'll see, I am frozen, so don't want to get overheated. It will do so much, so I'm gonna switch back into, well, I'm gonna switch into Omastar this time, praying that he doesn't go for, like, I don't know, Energy Ball or some shit. Can they even learn Energy Ball? Fire attacks only do a quarter of damage to me, so that did absolutely nothing, even though Overheat is such an amazing attack. So here he's gonna withdraw. Could have went for a Shadow Smash, but honestly, I know that maybe the Hitmonchan has Mach Punch, so I just decided, let's just go for it and go for an Ice Beam. Thought the Meganium was gonna switch out too, so that's why I went for the Ice Beam. Turns out this Hitmonchan has, yeah, Citrus Berry too, so Reflect wears off. It doesn't really matter too much for so I don't want to get hit by any fighting moves, so I'm gonna switch into my Ragnarok yet again. Good opportunity for me to kind of thaw out, but he predicts that really nicely and goes for a substitute. So yeah, it's really hilarious that he just went for a substitute and now he's gonna withdraw. I mean, he could have just went for another Ice Punch, honestly, just to do as much damage as possible. But yeah, luckily I thaw out and it's gonna do a lot to this Typhlosion and nearly takes it out. And luckily I'm carrying that Shadow Sneak. So yeah. Finally, this Typhlosion is out of my way. This Typhlosion does way too much damage, so I need to get it out ASAP. Now he's going to send out his physical wall as Weezing. Weezing is just so problematic. Don't want to get burned or anything. But then I thought, hey, you know what? Honestly, I can just let my Claydol get burned. I do have my Emboar'd chill in the back, but my Emboar'd, you know, is a physical attacker, so. And I thought it's a good opportunity for me to bring set up my rocks now, since we're pretty much like in the mid game already. So it's about time I send out my rocks. He's gonna, you know, send out his Mismagius just to kind of scare me away with a Shadow Ball, which is fine, honestly. I don't have any normal types, so I don't really have any viable switches for this Mismagius. So I'm just gonna have to. Actually, no, I think I switch out. Yeah, I do switch out because Claydol is still pretty high HP, and even if he's burned, he's still pretty useful. So I thought maybe Whimsicott can take it. Whimsicott is my best bet, and luckily he goes for the Dazzling Gleam, which is, you know, tremendously lucky. If he went for a Shadow Ball, that would have done quite a lot. Here, I'm kind of in a pickle here, so I just thought, okay, I can't really switch around too much, so I'm just gonna have to stay in, go for a Leech Seed, and hopefully I can take one Shadow Ball. In fact, he does go for a Shadow Ball, and unfortunately I don't take it, so Whimsicott does die, so Mismagius does have really high special attack. So here I thought, okay, maybe I can live at least one Shadow Ball because I am carrying that Evil Eye, but first let me just use my strongest attack. I don't have Shadow Claw, so Shadow Sneak is my strongest best bet. It's gonna go straight for the Shadow Ball, and yeah, it actually just one-shots me, so I was a little bit surprised, but then, you know, it kind of sucks. It's kind of my fault for having too much faith on my physical wall. Ragnarok, my Doublade isn't really a special wall, so now I'm going to send out my Emboar'd. I'm not really sure who's going to outspeed who. My Emboar'd is Choice Scarf, but, you know, Mismagius does have really high speed, but I'm kind of, how should I say, a little bit desperate here, because nothing in my team really outspeeds this Mismagius anymore, so I'm going to go straight for my strongest attack, you know, in case he does switch into his Weezing, and does a buttload, and it get a nice lucky burn, so that's really awesome. So luck is coming back to me. Weezing is gonna get hurt by burn damage, so judging from this, I'm not sure if another Flare Blitz can kill, so not ready to get recoiled and then he can just kill me with a Sludge Bomb just yet. So I'm gonna switch back into my Claydol to eat up with a Sludge Bomb. As predicted, he does go for a Sludge Bomb, so if he had lived that a second Flare Blitz and I would have gotten more recoil damage, he could have probably killed me with a Sludge Bomb, since I already had low HP on my Emboar'd. So yeah, I'm not carrying any psychic attacks on my Claydol, but I do have that Ice Beam, and not to mention this Weezing is pretty much at pretty low HP too, so he's gonna withdraw. Surprisingly, I mean, Weezing is at pretty low HP, so I'm not really sure what he's gonna do. He's gonna send on his Meganium. I didn't even know he's gonna send on Meganium, but luckily for me, I just went for the Ice Beam anyways, since I only have Ice Beam and Earthquake, and obviously I can't use Earthquake on a levitating Weezing, so does a pretty good amount. That's because it's a nice fat critical, so I knew he's gonna not attack me. He's not gonna use any grass moves on me. He's gonna set up dual screen, so I thought, well, I'm just gonna stay in and go for another Ice Beam. So he's gonna go for a light screen, and that's not gonna do too much. This Ice Beam isn't gonna do too much, but you know, it's still something. And it is below half, so unfortunately he does not get the freeze, so that's okay though. Here I thought he might go for the Reflect, or he might just, you know, fuck it and just attack me, so turns out he doesn't do any of those. He just goes straight for a Synthesis, so yeah, as predicted, obviously I'm just gonna go straight for the Ice Beam, trying to do as much damage as possible and maybe get that freeze. So super effective, and luckily I do get that freeze, so pretty awesome there. And but I was Ice Beaming like 3 times in a row, so yeah, I got frozen too, so he needs to get frozen too, so yeah, okay. So at least he cannot set up Reflect, so that's pretty awesome. He's gonna have to switch out, he's gonna go back into his Hitmonchan, and honestly, I should have just went for the Ice Beam. I don't know why. I just switched out because I thought he's gonna stay into his Meganium. So, because I could have probably grabbed that like free Shadow Smash, but yeah, it was a terrible switch on my behalf. So I have to switch out. I knew that he might go for the Ice Punch, or even but I didn't really care. In fact, he does go for the Substitute. So here I'm just like, oh, why don't you just kill me, dude? I just wanted to kind of fodder off my Claydol, since I didn't really have any viable switches since my Whimsicott is dead. So he's gonna go for the Ice Punch. Obviously it's gonna kill me, and what sucks is that this Hitmonchan is behind the Substitute too. So yeah, I can't really do anything to it. I do have my Ambipom. Finally, I have my Ambipom, but he still has that Mismagius. But I gotta send off something to break this Substitute, obviously. So, behind the Substitute, he's gonna go for straight for the Focus Punch, and I'm not a Focus Sash, so he is gonna knock my ass off with a Focus Punch. But yeah, that's okay. My goal was just to get rid of that Substitute, honestly. So now I can safely bring in Emboar'd, hoping that maybe he doesn't have Mach Punch, maybe he has the Bullet Punch, but of course he has the Mach Punch, and does kill me. So that was kind of a bad play on my part there, because I could have just switched into my Omastar. But Omastar could take at least 1 Mach Punch, so yeah, in fact he does go for the Mach Punch, and it's not quite enough to kill me, but it does activate my weak armor, which becomes very crucial at the end of this battle. So obviously I don't want to go for a Shadow Smash. I'm going to just hit him up with that Surf, because I need to get rid of this guy. He has that priority Mach Punch. So yeah, I'm losing HP to this Life Orb though, so he's gonna send out his speedy ass Mismagius, but I do have that weak armor activated, so naturally I'm actually able to outspeed it, which is really surprising on my behalf, because I really didn't know that, because Mismagius is fast as fuck. So yeah, Life Orb is killing me, and I'm at like 3 HP, and bear in mind this is my last Pokemon, so, and this thing still and this is my opponent's last Pokemon too, his Meganium, so we're head to head. But I just went for a Shadow Smash in case my Ice Beam doesn't kill him. And not to mention he is frozen, so if he doesn't thaw out, things will be okay here. So luckily he is still frozen, so I'm at +2. So naturally this Ice Beam with Life Orb will kill this Meganium easily. So good thing I did go for the Shadow Smash. It's a nice critical too, but the crit did not matter. It's gonna go down, and unfortunately I do go down to Life Orb, and according to Gen 6 rules, that is a suicide, and that just makes me a loser in this fight. So unfortunately, I lost, but nonetheless, at least I killed his last Pokemon. But yeah, rules are rules, so I must accept my defeat. So really close match, and thank you, Sander, for bringing such a cool team. I love lower tier battles, so thank you so much. If you guys like this close battle, please leave that awesome like, and please comment and subscribe for more X and Y Wi-Fi battles.